Hello, friends. How are you today? I believe that you are in good spirits. From the last couple of days, or even we can say months, we are hearing about the news of Sushant Singh Rajput and also Kangana. And every channel we are hearing comments from all sort of people, maybe politicians or other dignitaries or the public. Every channel is nowadays showing from the last couple of months about Kangana, and in every comment which is coming in favor or against, they are also being described or told on the news channel. At the same time, they are also showing the modeling scene of Kangana as if this is a very important issue for them. Not only the media, but at the same time, you'll also see various political parties have also come with various comments. Celebrities have also given their opinion and comments. And like film stars, Shatrughan Sinha, or now even um, Jay Bahadri in the parliament has also come up with different comments. Well, I am not going with the plus and minus points of the comments, but what I am saying is that how everybody is taking so much keen interest in the states like Maharashtra and Shiv Sena also have contributed in these probably to them very important issues. So much so, I was shocked to know that how these two matters, Sushant Singh Rajput as well as Kangana, have been converted into a political game, and how the politicians are not leaving any stone to take the full advantage of getting votes. I was shocked to know that when the posters of Sushant Singh Rajput were shown during the election rally in Bihar, what is this? Is it the death of one celebrity is going to give advantage for the votes? Are they are celebrating it? Are they are going to see the what the country is facing today, what the different challenges of the country is there? There are multiple challenges. Nowadays, the country is in a stage of an emergency. If you look around, the attention of the people are being diverted to a different direction. I'm not saying that these two issues are not important. They are important, but there are agencies already existing. Police is there, CBI is there, judicial system is there. All these together are present. Today, country has got big challenges. There are three challenges before the country. One is the border issue with the Chinese, with this aggressive mode, challenging the sovereignty of the country. Then, in order to face the challenge of the sovereignty of the country, it's important to make it sure it makes successful that we can challenge it. For that, you need economy, sport, which itself is right now in a very poor stage. You have seen after coronavirus, the economy has squeezed by 24%. Now, these issues are extremely important. The extremeness can be understood. Coronavirus is another issue which the country is facing. We are almost just short of emergency. Now, these issues are not being addressed to the are being not being attended if we try to divert the attention of the people from these three issues actually means we are manipulating the democracy, the process of the democracy. We are always feeling the proud that we are the largest democracy in the world, but have we ever introspected ourselves that is the bigness of the democracy is enough? We are big democracy, but at the same time, we are a poor democracy. I would also say, not only that, this democracy, which is a very glorious item, has been gifted to Indian people and the politician free of cost. Actually, after the independence in 1947, this democracy was gifted. We never struggled for that. Actually, have you ever realized how this democracy has come into the world? This democracy was born in Britain long time back, about 3 centuries back, in 17th century, when John Locke, the father of democracy which we have today, he he wrote a book and gave many lectures and literatures which changed the minds of the public in Britain. And those people in the Britain got awareness and realized that they need to change their society from monarchy to democratic setup. They struggled for that. Not only they struggled in the form of agitation, but there was civil war. This civil war started in 1660 and ended in 1688. And after that, Charles II was removed from the monarchy. They fought against the church, who were controlling the monarchy in a different way, or they were trying to ensure the monarchy to continue. Now, this type of struggle they did have the sacrifice, they love their, their life and have been bleeding for getting the democracy. Whereas in India, we got free of cost. We didn't do anything. We did, of course, for getting independence in 1947. And that time after the independence in 1947, responsibility was given to Ambedkar to put a democratic framework by writing a constitution. He being having a remaining a student in the Harvard University as a law student, had taken the responsibility and has written a constitution for India which was adopted in 1952. Now, as a result, all of a sudden, we got this democracy without really understanding the meaning of the democracy. And this democracy, because of the innocence of the public and the manipulation of the politicians, had brought many sufferings to this country and is still continuing it. Politicians are manipulating it. Even today, if you look back from the last few months, it's a manipulation. In front of you, the big issues are there, but they are not being properly and correctly addressed. It's important to address them. So, what's to be done now? They have got it. They know it. See, now the monsoon session has started. This, after all, after extension of the has been extended because of the coronavirus. Now, even there also, you'll find that whatever the bills are being placed, out of the bill, somebody resigns and finds a way how to agitate. In this coronavirus, they are thinking to agitate. That means agitation, that's stopping the trains to move. You're collecting the people to agitate, not understanding how the bills are passed in a democratic system, how the process of the democracy works. If you are not in favor of a particular bill, the method available in democracy is adopt a due process of the democratic procedures. That's called a real education. The public need to be educated. 70 years have gone, but still the public and the politicians are not realizing it, the importance of the democracy. You can check it, what exactly has happened. 1948, China became a republic and India became independent in 1947. The economy of China and the GDP of China was much lower than that of India. And today you see it. In 2020, China's GDP is 5 times more, and per capita income too is 5 times more because the population is very much close to each other, 130 crore and 140 crore. A little bit difference here and there. But have you realized why it is so? I think misuse of democracy. We have not focused or I would say put together the strength of the people, or the people have themselves allowed themselves to have a different kind of agitation all over the country, do one reason or the other reason. They continue selfish motives of the politicians, and politicians are getting richer and richer day by day. And today in the parliament they are asking that the funds of 5 crores per head to the member of parliament, which was stopped or suspended for a period of 2 years because of the coronavirus, so that funds can be used for the coronavirus help. They are asking in the parliament now to give it back to them. This is the way of thinking. And this is the member of parliament are from the I must say the ruling party also, and from the opposite party also. Opposite party is asking for the reform. They want that they should be restored and they should be given 5 crores each. But the ruling party is not asking for that. This is something We need to understand and realize it. You are in a competitive form in the world. You are not alone. If you want your sovereignty to be protected, you have to make it sure your economy must progress and must see what steps and what actions are required to be taken. Today, the finance minister should have been the forefront to come forward and mention and spoken what various steps are being taken and state clearly, upfront, in reality and truth, where the nation stands and what they are projecting and what they make their plans. There is no harm in discussing these issues in the parliament, but only two issues are being allowed. One is the border issue, and number two is coronavirus. How you can protect your border without your economy? It's important. I know, I understand that there are certain issues, but they can say some of the examples they can put it. How we are going to attract the foreign investors, what changes you are making in the taxation, how much you are going to give the help to the foreign investors. They have to compare the difference between the facilities available in India, China, Indonesia, Thailand. If I happen to see a comparative chart of these countries, even Bangladesh also, they are providing much better situation. In India, the taxation to the what foreigners are getting competitively in other places, they are in much better situation. Investors are ready to put the money in the country, but things are not convenient. Bureaucracy is another problem in the country. And fortunately, right now, the government is doing its best and making some sort of initiation, taking initiative. And the people need to be sporting, but they must ask questions. And in the parliament, what the Modi government has said they are going to discuss only two issues, I don't agree. I would say no. The economic issue must be discussed. It is the people's right to know it. The democracy demands it, that their question must be answered. You are answerable to it. You can't avoid it. But at the same time, it's the responsibility of the people also and the opposition leaders that this is not the time to make agitation or struggle or question. Such things which makes very uncomfortable in view of the fact that you are being challenged in the borders. Any question you raise, it must not help or facilitate your enemies. You are facing two kind of enemies right now, China and Pakistan. And believe it, if due to any reason, which reasons are becoming very prominent now, there is a manifestation of various blocks coming up, and probability is that China may not be able to act what aggressively it has been thinking so far, or maybe it is the China's miscalculation. Right now, almost all over the world, many blocks have been made or have been created in different form. Maybe NATO, like another was ASEAN, and other what you find is between a Quad. All these things are coming up. This may discourage and likely to discourage uh, Chinese attempt. But as I said, the democracy, this is important that every question of the public should be answered in the parliament and not in the streets. Agitation in the streets are not allowed in the democracy. Only the parliamentary system where they have the representative, and the representative must be answered whether it is a Modi or there is a other Congress party. Whosoever may be there, they are answerable to it. To this end, I am completing my video. Thank you very much for listening to me. May God bless you all. You all have a happy and healthy life.